Capcom presents Marvel vs. Capcom! Marvel vs. Capcom!
So I was wondering how many gamers have played Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and not played 2 or especially 1. So I wanted to look back at the game and see where everything came from. And surprisingly, the game holds up fairly well. I think part of the reason the game is so cool and part of the allure when it first came out is the interesting cast of characters that you can play as. So the other games in the series before this had mainly Street Fighter and mainly the big Marvel superheroes. But this game brings in some of the side characters that you wouldn't normally see. So from the Capcom side, you've got Mega Man and Roll and Strider, who you don't really see outside of their respective games, and Strider you never see around anyway for anything. And then the Marvel side, you still have X-Men, but you got X-Men like Gambit, who you haven't seen in a while, and then Onslaught's the end boss, but then also you have Spider-Man and Venom, and then you have War Machine and stuff like that. So it's cool to see those extra characters. 2v2 fighting finally makes its way to the home ports in the DreamCast version. So just like the arcade, you can pick 2 characters instead of just one to fight your opponents. Now, most likely you're going to pick a character that you're really good as, and then your sub-character is going to be someone that you're not so good as, which is an okay strategy if you're super good, but if you're just alright, you're probably going to get your ass handed to you because you're going to lose that one character fairly quickly. So this really gets you out there to try to practice and get better with other characters. Part of that problem, though, comes from the game just being incredibly unbalanced. So certain characters can just do a heck of a lot of damage, like the Hulk or someone big like Juggernaut. If he comes in as your side character, they just deal too much damage, and this is still a problem throughout the rest of the series. But other characters like Ryu and Spider-Man, who are kind of fast and flexible, they don't do as much damage, but they can be just as deadly if you use them correctly. One thing I really like about this game is the animation. The characters and backgrounds look colorful and vibrant, and they really pop out. Everything moves around in the background, and it fits the action very well. Everything looks like a comic book, which is very fitting considering we have Marvel characters here. And the animation adds a lot to the feeling of the game. It's kind of a fast, frantic game, and the characters are moving quickly, and everything in the background's happening so fast that you really get drawn in, and it's a cool, visceral experience that you see when you're looking at the game.
No one is safe.
Like I said before, the fighting system is unbalanced. There's lots of characters to play as, but there's such a wide range and variety of attacks that do so much damage that you're probably just going to get your butt kicked. And the worst culprit, definitely, is the end boss Onslaught, who's just going to kick your ass over and over until you figure out how to beat him. The challenge is good, but when it's not really a challenge, it's more of a problem with the system, then it's just frustrating. Outside of that, there's definitely more room for improvement, especially when looking at the other games that follow this in the series. You can't really complain about the game being 2v2, but when the other games are 3v3, it's kind of sad to go back and only have 2 characters to play as and not 3. Outside of that, the characters that are in the game are good and diverse, but there's some interesting choices in people that they would pick for you to play as. For example, I don't know why they picked War Machine over Iron Man. I mean, War Machine's cool and all, but everyone knows Iron Man. And secondly, it's neat to see characters like Jin and Captain Commando, but it's sad to see them not come back in other games. So it's just kind of like you wish they were more represented later. Overall, it's hard to find faults with Marvel vs. Capcom 1, especially on the DreamCast where the port is perfect to the arcade. There's lots of characters to play as, the fighting is fun, and while it's kind of hectic and unbalanced, it's still a good time. If you look at the other games in the series, it's neat to see where everything started as well. The game looks good, it still holds up to today's standards in my opinion, and while no one really plays it anymore because it's so outdated, it's still a really good title that's definitely worth checking out.